Hey, shalom, 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 Israel, shalom. Uh, I was kind of thinking about this morning. I wanted to make this video real quick. You know, um, when I was in jail last year, there was this guy that worked at this jail. He was a guard, of course. He spent 30 years in the military. 30 years. Now, that's a long time to spend in the military. 30 years. All right, now, check this. With that being said, he had to walk, the talk, the whole demeanor like he was still in there. Attitude, I would say he's a pretty fair person, attitude-wise, when it comes to decisions or trying to mediate things or whatever. But, he had it down to the wire. The walk, the talk. And sometimes you would probably think he was still in there. Maybe his mind thinks he's still in there. I don't know. But anyway, me and this guy began to have some conversations about psychological warfare. And, I've asked a few people that were ex-military or military active duty, how do you beat psychological warfare? They've all had their different opinions. Some say you can't beat it. Some say you can. It depends on what you believe or whatever. But I asked him the question. We all take, I don't know if you guys ever asked any military personnel how to beat psychological warfare if it's being used against you. I don't know if you ever asked, but I have. I've asked a few people. But what I'm going to do is actually at the end of the day is I'm going to take some of what they tell me, if it makes sense to me, and apply it to what I've already learned self-wise. That's what I'm going to do. But you guys, I asked him, he answered me this. He said, best way you can beat psychological warfare is be so smart that you're dumb. In some ways, a lot of ways, I do get that. He said, be so smart that you're dumb. And the person that is trying to run the game on you, you got them figured out both ways. But still at the same time play dumb. Act like you don't know anything. You don't have to announce that you know what a person's doing to beat them at their own game. It makes sense in a lot of ways. So I took it and I applied that in a lot of ways to what I've learned already by self, by educating myself and just going through it with this government. Well, another question that I asked him, and this question is gonna stick out, you guys. When I asked him this, I said, well, to another question, as he was making his rounds and shit, I said another question. I said, let me ask you this. I said, do you think psychological warfare or manipulation tactics creates killers? He looked at me gave me a weird look for a minute, and he looked at me like, he said, you know what? He thought about it for a minute. He said, I can't answer that question. I said, why? I said, it's just a question. Why you can't answer the question? He said, I just can't answer the question. When I asked him that, that's when he began gang stalking me in jail. He began doing his little tactics that people were doing on the streets and stuff of that nature. So, this program is definitely well known, man. Because, this guy spent 30 years in the military. Suited and booted in the military. Got the attitude, got the mindset. Totally programmed. Mine's been altered, programmed. From the walk to the talk. Everything. Everything you see about this guy, you can tell, okay, he's very structured. He was, But anyway, as I was saying, when I asked him that question seemed like it might have triggered something in him, or might have made him upset because it seemed like to me he was kind of happy about talking about psychological warfare. Because maybe it might have brought back some of his military moments or something when he was in the line of duty or active soldier of the military. I mean, I for some reason I had to make this video, and this is you can take it if you want. These are the true facts. Yeah, it was kind of weird that he transformed on me like that. You know, I asked him. I said, "Let me ask you a question." Something just told me to ask him that for some reason. I said, "Do you think psychological warfare, manipulation tactics creates killers?" That man just looked at me. He just stood there. And I mean, I wish to God y'all could have been there and seen the look on this guy's face and the way he looked at me. He said, "You know what? I can't. I can't answer that. I really can't answer that." I was like, "Wow, okay. I mean, it's just a question though. It's like it ain't like you giving up some big secret. I mean, damn, I already knew the answer to the question, but I just wanted to see what his reaction was going to be. You know, I wanted to see what he was going to say, being that Sergeant Slaughter done spent like 30 years in the military. And it seemed like his mind has been just, real programmed where he don't know if he's a civilian or a soldier or not. And that's what I picked up. But anyway, this dude totally transformed on me big time, guys. You should have seen him. He started doing his little tactics and, well, I mean, we all know the answer to the question that I asked him. Manipulation tactics, psychological warfare does create killers. It creates killers. It makes you want to hurt somebody. That's what they're aiming for us. Every day, day to day. It's like I don't honestly. I'm far from that. Wanting to try to hurt somebody or myself or whatever. I'm far from that. It's just that because I'm already knowing that only takes me away from their objective or their ulterior motive for me in this program because I already know what they want. You know what I'm saying? I already know what they want. We all know what they want. Yeah, they really want you to do something that's out of the no ordinary. You know, as you're confronted with this, like every angle, every place you go, every I record these people, some of the people. I don't record everything. I ain't got time to be trying to wreck my brain like that. I'll just record some things that kind of stick out, and then post it online or whatever whenever I get a chance. Yeah, I mean, to be harassed, like how to use the kids. Like yesterday, I was sitting there minding my own business, trying to figure out some things with this Bitcoin thing, and then you get this little girl hollering out the window. That happened to me last time. She hollers out the window, "Faggot, faggot." Ain't nothing but some grown person telling her that to say that shit. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I looked up when I heard it, and some just told me, "Man, don't even pay that no attention. Let them dumbass people keep going and doing what they gonna do." You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? You're right. I said to myself, you know what? You're right. Spirit was telling me, yes, don't even pay that shit no mind. You know? Because, like I said, they have a way of doing whatever you do. They like to use that shit against you as far as like, as far as whatever you do. Whatever you do, it don't matter what it is. They like to use it against you if they feel like they can. That's just the way they do it, and they use the public to do it. As far as information wise, from this computer, them spying on your phone, that's how they do it. But yeah, that's all I want to say. I've been thinking about this. I wanted to put this online, yo. Like, I asked that guard. I said, "Does manipulation tactics, psychological warfare create killers?" He looked at me strangely and said, "Man, I cannot answer that." So that goes to show right there. one or two things that a lot of these military personnel, they know about this program. They know what this program is designed to do. You know, of course, they teach you psychological warfare in the Army anyway. So, yeah. And plus, a lot of people that's out there are knowledgeable, are very aware of this program and what it's meant to do and what it's meant to cause. You know, they're aware of it. So, are you going to give them what they want? Are you going to fall into their trap? That's the question. Are you just going to expect it everywhere you go and just know that you have to, unless you're going to give them what they want. You have to really just be like water beating off your back or something. You know? That's the way you got to live now. This is your new reality. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, guys. Stay prayed up and stay protected, man. Don't let Satan's wicked devices out here with these people that you thought were so concerning and caring that turn out to be domestic terrorists ruin your life or try to ruin your day. I'm going to repeat this again. Don't let these so-called people that you thought were so caring as far as government, people of the public, anybody that you thought was so caring, don't let them take your joy or ruin your day with this devilish program that these damn governments got in the background. All right?